Hello everyone. In today's video, I'm going to share with you gap and difference access shortage. This is the more advanced concept on gap and difference. A quick recap. Gap and difference has three types. It can be double access, double shortage, or a mixture, access and shortage. Part 1 and Part 2, the videos are already uploaded. So in this video, I'm going to share with you gap and difference access shortage. Let's take a look at this question. Miss Sally bought some pencils to give her students on Children's Day. When she gave each student 4 pencils, she would have 2 pencils left. When she gave each student 5 pencils, she was short of another pencil. How many students did she have? How many pencils did she buy? Now, this question, instead of being phrased with double if, it has double when. Now, double when or double if will still apply the same concept as gap and difference. So it can be in double if or double when. If it's double if, that means the situation has not happened. It's just it has not happened at all. It's just a prediction. But when it's double when, that means it has happened. So it's in the past. So whether is it double if or double when, it is telling us to use gap and difference. Now for this particular slide, I'm going to use common multiples listing to go about explaining this question. Then in my coming slides, I will show you gap and difference, the process. Now, first and foremost, allow me to tabulate, draw rows, right? So that I can plug in the information. Okay, we have to use ruler. Okay, first and foremost, the first info, which is the first when, I call it the case 1. Now, for case 1, when Miss Sally gave each student 4 pencils, she would have 2 pencils left. Okay, so multiples of 4, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and so on. She would have 2 pencils left means excess of 2 pencils. This is an excess. Alright, so that means if she has a student, that student received 4 pencils, Miss Sally had 2 pencils still with her. So in total, she has 6 at first. Alright, so 4 plus 2 is 6. Let's continue to add 2 to every multiples of 4. So this will be 10, this will be 14, this will be 18, this will be 22. Now let's look at case 2, the second when. When she gave each student 5 pencils, she was short of another pencil. So this is shortage. Alright? Okay, so let's plug in the information. Multiples of 5. Short of 1 pencil, so minus 1. Meaning, if she had 1 student, the student, she wanted to give that student 5 pencils, but she was short of 1. That means that student could only receive 4. Alright, in order to give that student 5 pencils, she needs to get 1 from somewhere else. Okay, so 5 minus 1, that is a 4 if there's a 1 student. Alright, so this process will continue for the multiples of 5. So 5 minus 1 is 4, 10 minus 1 is 9, 15 minus 1 is 14, 20 minus 1 is 19. And I have decided to stop because I arrived at a common number 14. And this number 14 helps me to answer part B, 14 pencils. So Miss Sally had or bought 14 pencils. And how many students? 3. Why 3 students? Because it is column 3. All right. So the numbers are very small. So it is still okay to use the listing of common multiples. Now, in my next slide, I will show you another example with bigger numbers. Let's take a look at this. Now, Francis wants to buy some apples and packs them into bags. If he packs 80 apples in each bag, he will need 84 more apples. If he packs 72 apples in each bag, he will have 12 apples left. So from these two information, the first if, the second if, that means we have two cases ready. Okay, now let's write down. First if, case 1. Second if, case 2. All right. Okay, so let's talk about first case. Case 1, each bag contains 80 apples. He will need, so this will need means there's a shortage. Then second if, case 2, each bag has 72 apples. He will have, so this is excess. So this is gap and difference concept, excess, and shortage. So it's the advanced type. Okay, now let me go through the standard process, the standard equations in my next slide. Okay, first and foremost, let me label case 1, case 2. So the first if, case 1. The second if, case 2. Let me do case 1 first, okay? Remember our usual way is to draw model, okay? All right, so this model represents the apples that Francis would like to buy. So I put a question mark there, okay? All right, I'm going to label this model case 1. So if he packs 80 apples in one bag, he will need 84 more. So this is a shortage. So cannot do packing because not enough apples. Short of 84. So I label this SH. Not enough. Short of 84. Now after getting 84 from an external source, okay, what is happening? Yes, Francis would have enough to pack 80 apples in each bag. Until here. Okay? But in actual fact, he has only here, until here. So I'm going to draw the next model for case 2. Alright? And it's like that. What he has to buy. Okay? So let me talk about case 2 now. So for case 2, packs 72 apples in one bag. He will have 12 left. So this is excess. Okay, so pack 72, left 12. So this is excess, EX. Okay, and what happened? This part, until here stop, would be 72 apples in each bag. Okay, now how to go about doing gap and difference? Very simple. From here, the end of the pack, this case 2, to the end over here, this from here to here would be the gap. So the gap will be 12 plus 84. You notice type 3 gap and difference, excess shortage. Our gap is an addition equation. So it's 96. Okay, now what about the difference? Okay, let me do it in my next slide. Okay, so the gap is 96. Okay, let me do the next. So the gap is 84 plus 12. That is our 96. Then the difference is the different way of packing. So it's 80 minus 72, that gives us 8. If you can remember, the usual way is to take these two equations, divide each other. So 96 divided by 8, we get a 12. And what is this 12 referring to? 12 is referring to the bags. So we have answered part A. Now, if he needs to buy 12 bags, then how many apples can he buy? So to do this question, we have to use case 1 or case 2 to solve. Okay, let me use case 1. So I use case 1. Right? 12 bags. Each containing 80, short of 84. Alright? So if I do this using order of operation P5, I get this. Okay? Now, I must check. So I check using case 2. 12 bags, each 72, excess 12. I still get the same number. So, part B is found. A, he needs to buy 12 bags. He can buy 876 apples. So, gap and difference part 3 is a little bit more complex. Alright, remember, we have to do the addition equation for the gap. A little bit different from part 1 and part 2. So, in today's video, I have shared with you excess shortage part 3. And remember, this one, the gap, we need to add. But if you can recall, part 1 is on excess, the gap, we subtract. For part 2, we have shortage, and for the gap, we have to subtract. Now, how do we know when to add or when to subtract? Simple. The model comes in. So once you draw the model, you should be able to tell whether you have to add or subtract for the gap equation. For the difference equation, we just minus because it is the word difference. Okay? Alright, so this difference equation is easy. This gap equation, depending on our model. Alright? Okay. In my coming video, I plan to discuss with you number patterning. Alright? To find out more what is number patterning, remember, subscribe to my video. Then you'll be notified when I have new videos uploaded, posted. How's my sharing today? If it's okay, give it a like, a thumbs up. Share with friends who wants to know more, or anybody who is keen to know more. And don't forget to pen down your comments, your feedback, so that my future videos can be better and better to benefit students in your studies. Thank you for following my channel. Thank you for watching this video and my past videos. Most importantly, I want to thank those who are subscribing to my channel. Greatly appreciated. This is Joseph signing off. Goodbye.